Okay, yesterday, Fitch released a note expressing concern about Canada's credit rating. As you can imagine, social media erupted with many claiming Canada was at risk of losing its AAA rating. But you know what? That's incorrect. Canada actually lost its AAA rating with Fitch back in June of 2020, and it currently holds a AA plus rating. But let me back up for a second. You might be wondering what a credit rating is and why it matters. A credit rating is issued by third-party agencies like Fitch, S&P, or Moody's. It evaluates a country's ability to repay debt. It matters because it influences borrowing costs and investor confidence. So let's break down Fitch's recent note. They warned that the Liberal government's $130 billion spending plan could increase deficits to 3.1% of GDP in 2025 and 3.2% in 2026, with debt exceeding 90% of GDP, and that this fiscal loosening may exacerbate structural deficits, potentially pressuring Canada's credit rating, though its strong credit profile provides some cushion. So, what's this strong credit profile about, and what's this cushion? Well, believe it or not, among G7 countries, Canada has the second lowest general government deficit to GDP ratio. Mark Carney knows this, or at least he should. It's amusing because, as you probably are aware, social media shows all sorts of perspectives. One of them I keep reading is people who are worried that Carney is secretly right-wing and will push for austerity. I have the opposite concern. I worry that Carney looks at the US, who is on pace to run a $1.9 trillion deficit this year, and thinks, why worry about a $60 billion deficit when we could double that to align with the US? And look, it's popular to criticize the Liberal government. I'll raise my hand as someone who's done it in the past and will do it in the future. But Canada's debt situation does offer some wiggle room. Yes, a downgrade will come with larger deficits, leading to higher borrowing costs in the future, but for now, in my view, Carney likely sees Canada's position relative to other G7 countries and thinks there's room to maneuver. I don't think there's a bait and switch in the works. I think he plans to spend, even more aggressively than his platform projects. Just my opinion. So if that's what you wanted as a voter, you're probably going to get your wish.